my channel. My name is Manisha, aka The Dancing Panda, and today I'm gonna talk about my favorite trilogy by my favorite author, Amish Tripathi. Now, the trilogy here that I'm talking about is Shiva trilogy. What I love the most about this trilogy is that it treats Lord Shiva as a character and not as a god. So it becomes a very relatable character, and it feels like the journey of a common man to becoming a great person, which again leads to a very inspirational story. And the slogan that is Har Har Mahadev, which means that there is a Mahadev in everyone, is very correctly represented in this trilogy. So the first book from the trilogy is The Immortals of Meluha. Now, I cannot get into the details of this book because this trilogy altogether, because it has a lot of twists and turns, and it is everything, sci-fi, there's romance, there's drama, there's mythology. But again, this book initially tells about how Shiva is someone who lives in a tribal village, and in certain turn of events lands into Meluha, where strange things happen, and then how he meets Sati. Again, the kind of character that Sati is in this trilogy is completely different from how women have been represented after the launch of the TV shows Mahabharat and the Ramayana that we watched on TV. The representation of women changed after that because they were always docile and the man was saving them, but here she's a complete warrior, Sati. And yeah, this is the plot of the first film, basically how they meet and how Shiva lends into Meluha and he realizes that he is actually meant for something great. So yeah, and he discovers a lot of different norms that society has, which again, because he's a tribal, so it shows how someone who does not have a single idea about the norms of the society can have such an unbiased view of people, and irrespective of where they come from, their gender, and the strata of society that they come from. So it again motivates people to have a very unbiased view of people and not judge someone on their face value. So there are so many underlying themes that I can just go on and on and on about it. So the second book of the series is The Secret of the Nagas. Now, Nagas is a tribe of people who were born with deformities. Those people were basically called Nagas, and it is again how Shiva actually discovers who are Nagas, and how his unbiased view lets the viewers understand that basically people with deformities, born with deformities, or who eventually get deformities, are not very different from normal people. It talks a lot about how people with deformities should not be treated differently, uh, and should be treated with a lot of empathy and not with a lot of sympathy. So also it is the journey of Shiva basically accepting that he is meant for a greater good, and all the noise around him is not for no reason. Also, it is a journey of him becoming the leader, and this book also talks about um, how good and evil both have to coexist in the ecosystem, and evil and good are a concept. You cannot label a person as good or evil. Every person has both sides. So it is important to recognize the evil within you and try to work towards enhancing the good that you have within you. Also, this book has both these books and this trilogy as a whole has a lot of scientific explanations to a lot of things that looked very supernatural in the mythological TV shows that we have seen. So it makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So the third book of the trilogy is Oath of the Vayuputras. Now, according to the book, Vayuputras is a tribe left behind by the previous Mahadev, Lord Rudra. This tribe basically selects the new Mahadev and trains him or her to become the leader in the fight against the evil whenever the evil rises. So, in this book, basically, Shiva finds out about this tribe, and basically, it's about his journey to discover what the real evil is and how he steps up to his path of a Mahadev and eventually, leads people to fight against the evil. Now, I'm not going to talk about what he discovers is the evil because that will definitely ruin your experience of reading this book. And there are a lot of underlying themes again, like the previous two books of this trilogy. The third book also has a lot of scientific explanations to a lot of things, and there are beautiful segments in this book, and I want you to discover it whenever you read it. And I cannot emphasize enough on the fact that this book basically brings all the mythological things that we used to think are supernatural and basically explain them with science, which is the thing that I love the most about this trilogy and the other series that Amish has written. Also, when you read his books, not just this trilogy but all the other books that he has written, you can actually visualize the story, and you don't need to have a film made on the basis of this book because it all just starts to appear in front of you and you can actually visualize. That's the kind of description that he has about his characters and the scenes. It's a film playing in your head. Okay, so I hope these books help you build your interest towards mythology like they have done it for me. I will put all the links in the description box below, as many as I can, because these books are available in multiple languages, Hindi and English, Hindi, and a few other regional languages. So I will try to put as many links as I can. Okay then, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Please subscribe guys. I've seen a lot of people who like the video and do not subscribe. Subscribe कर दो यार, free है बिल्कुल, ठीक है. Okay, so until next time, keep doing what you love. Bye bye.